Okay, back in action here. Give me 1 second to refresh my Twitch chat and all that good stuff. Make sure I can see everything you lovely people are posting and stuff. One momento. Oh, goodness. Thank you guys again for everybody hanging out tonight. Always appreciated. Y'all are amazing. Even when you go to Target and spend $100, not on margarita mix. Unless you got $100 in margarita mix, that better be some baller stuff or a large amount of it. All right, well, thank you for everybody who was hanging out for Getting Over It. That was a mind-bender game. Interesting stuff. So we're going to take it down a notch and coast into the home stretch here tonight. I did change the volume on Carmen so you guys can play the music. I did turn subtitles back on so you'll still be able to read all the happy little facts. But I wanted to check with y'all. If you prefer, I can turn the voice acting back on because I know sometimes those accents were killing me. I did enjoy it quite a bit. So we can leave it with sound and no music, or we can leave it no sound whatsoever. I'd leave it to you. How bad do you guys want to jam out? The stretch is real. I have been kind of sitting in here for like 8 hours, but, you know, like you do. Like you do. All right, you're right. I'm going to put sound back on. You're right, people who didn't respond. That's fair. Here we go. All right, we're going to switch it over and keep on plugging away with Carmen Sandiego and give my brain a rest.
Your next stop is North America 1776. A key American document should have been signed by now, but it's nowhere in sight.
1776? I don't know where we're going, guys. Where could that be? Inspector. I don't know.
I'm sending politics along to give you good advice.
Oh yes, politics for the Declaration of Independence seems appropriate.
And the lines and curves too. Good luck, and give Ben Franklin my best.
Because he knows who you are. Oh, weird. My chat is not working on my phone. Odd.
What a blast to the past!
Sad day.
We've arrived in the American colonies on the 4th
We've
of
arrived
July,
in the American
1776.
colonies.
And that founding father is none other than Thomas Jefferson.
All right, poor said Thomas Jefferson. He's so bummed.
The misfortune.
Such a sad
The
day.
Second Continental Congress is assembled and waiting for me. But my final draft of the Declaration has been stolen.
Somebody stole the Declaration of Independence. Oh, man. Chat is so quiet. You guys are all like, never mind. We want to watch more Getting Over It. Why did you switch? For my sanity. That's why. Because of reasons. Oh, man. Closing all these things. I have way too many things open. Close all of the things. All right, his declaration's been stolen. That is so sad.
No need to get all wigged out, Mr. Jefferson. We'll help you make your declaration.
It was Nick Cage. Oh. Yeah, we'll find it.
Greetings. Forgive my distraction. The Declaration draft I was composing has been purloined, and the Congress is waiting on me.
Purloin, that's a good word. Learning things. Who are you, sir?
I am Thomas Jefferson, a representative of the colony of Virginia. I've been working on an important document for the American colonies called a Declaration of Independence.
Cool. Why?
Actually, the idea
Because the
for a
British want to charge us
declaration
for
was
tea.
inspired by a 5-man committee, of which I am just a part. But they asked me to do the actual writing.
Chewing on mute, sorry. Cookie time.
I have a bit of a knack for writing, so Adams and Franklin asked me to write out the Declaration. I've been working on it for 2 solid weeks.
2 weeks, he says. My God, 2 weeks. That does not seem like a long time to write the Declaration of Independence. So not historically accurate. You'd think for an educational game they'd have done the research on that.
The American colonies live under the rule of King George of England, but his unjust
overtaxed
rule
our
has
patience.
our patience.
Ha ha
We
ha.
have decided to declare our independence.
We're not going to go into the incredible politics of that decision, I guess.
The king overtaxes the colonies and gives us no say in the matter. This is called taxation without representation.
The most
and
unjust.
it is most unjust.
Everybody.
Delegates from all 13 American colonies have formed a second Continental Congress in Philadelphia. They are waiting to sign the final declaration.
But it's been
but I haven't
stolen.
finished writing it
17 days. That's impressive. That's really not that long at all. Like, I mean, I guess if you were working at it like 8 to 10 hours a day. I did not know that. See, we're already learning things.
A thief stole my first draft of the Declaration of Independence, and I don't have enough parchment for a rewrite.
What's the problem? I'm out of paper. That's the problem.
Parchment is the key. If you can find me just a modest scrap, I'll be able to jot my thoughts down again and take them to the Continental Congress.
Where do we
If
find parchment?
only I knew. The British taxes and naval blockade have caused a serious shortage in items like glass, lead, and paper. You'll have to keep a sharp eye out for parchment.
All right, we're going to look for some parchment to help rewrite the Declaration of Independence. All right, what do we got going on? We got some drapes and a violin.
Thomas Jefferson was known to fiddle around with a violin. In fact, he was quite good.
He fiddled with the violin. Oh, look, Brian! Powdered wigs! Is Brian still here? Probably not.
In England, men wear powdered wigs in Parliament, and in the colonies, we wear them in Congress. They can make debating a truly hair-raising experience.
Oh, powdered wig jokes.
Ah, those are the plans for Monticello, my dream home. I dabble in architecture, you know.
Yay! That sounds like a fun and exciting thing. All right. Thanks, Darth. Much appreciated. Let's look at the books.
I love to read. My favorite recent pamphlet is Common Sense by Thomas Paine. It makes quite an argument for colonial independence.
Colonial independence? Oh, we just go straight to Philadelphia. The dumbwaiter. So dumbwaiters always remind me of Harriet the Spy. I love that book, by the way. It's so funny to me to think that like a kid could just get away with that kind of shit for as long as she did.
The dumbwaiter delivers food from the downstairs kitchen right into Jefferson's den. Now that's swell service.
Dumbwaiters are pretty cool, and they're also good for little kids to crawl into and spy on their
Farewell.
neighbors.
Please return if you find any parchment.
We're just going from Jefferson's house to fucking Philadelphia. Just, it's not like exit the house or go outside. It's travel to Philadelphia. All right, we're going to all sorts of colonies.
Oh, we thought you might be Jefferson. Where is that man?
Like they
We
just,
need his
they're
declaration
waiting,
draft
and he was in a
soon, or the
complete other
colonies
state.
may
And like, I'm pretty
never
sure back in the day, it
gain
took a little bit longer. Like, you guys are kind of jumping the gun there. Welcome back, Ben. Were you around for any of the getting over it? I didn't catch it in chat if you were. Hope you got to see some of that, but of course you can check it all out on YouTube later and just relive the suffering with me. All right, so we've got delegates, lots of powdered wig delegates.
Some delegates are British loyalists who don't want independence. But we'll convince
But
them
we'll
it's time
break their
we
kneecaps and
colonists
show
stood
them
up
the
for
true
our
way.
rights.
They do not know the way. Esau?
Oh, that outline will be useful once Jefferson arrives with his final draft.
Where
of the
is that man?
Declaration.
I'm Ben
Now,
Franklin.
where is that man? He's late.
For a very important date. Oh, what did I do? Outline part 1. Date and declaration. Sometimes relations between two groups of people can get so bad there's no choice but to split apart. Everyone has certain rights that no government has the right to take away. Inalienable rights. A list of complaints includes how we deny the right to fair trial and the right to votes, laws, and taxes. No matter how reasonable we've been, all cooperation has been refused, and we've only been met with more unfair behavior. We have a right to be independent, and therefore we declare ourselves officially separated from England with no further political links. Bold move, Cotton. I did get to see you fall down a lot. Oh, good.
Patriots.
That's good.
The
I'm glad.
Continental Congress is getting anxious. Jefferson has not yet arrived with the Declaration.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Benjamin Franklin's my name. Inventor, statesman, and
I love how
clever
humble these
writer.
people are when they're giving a breakdown. Like, I'm pretty much the most
Richard's
awesome person you've
Almanac.
ever heard of.
That's my publication.
No big deal.
Full of clever proverbs.
It's like, I am so clever.
A proverb is a witty little piece of homey advice. Here's one of my favorites. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and
And
wise.
wise.
Not bad, huh?
Does it have to rhyme?
Well, here's something off the top of my head. The delegate who completes our declaration sublime
That's not a proverb.
will save the American colonies in the nick of time.
Not, I don't know about that, but sure. Not too bad for off the cuff, I suppose.
The delegates here are waiting for,
Yeah, we're
Jefferson,
waiting for Jefferson.
to arrive with his draft.
What's the big deal about signing?
Not everyone is convinced that separating from England is the best thing to do.
Independence does not
John
come without
Adams has
risk.
worked
That
to
is
convince
true.
everyone that independence is our best option. But independence does not come without risks.
Uh-huh.
If we lose our war for independence,
We'll get
everyone who
completely
put their
executed.
signature on the Declaration of Independence will lose their heads. We're really sticking our
Warmongers,
necks out
pot
for this.
stirrers. The little rhyme was a reference to Poor Richard's Almanac. Oh, is there something close to that in there? I've never read Poor Richard's Almanac.
John Adams has been a great help. He's convinced many delegates to sign the Declaration.
But not all of them, apparently. Travel to New York, more delegates.
Some delegates are British loyalists.
Yeah, we talked
who-
about that. Don't need that.
The
Decorations?
flag symbolized the colonists' need for independence and self-rule. It could really inspire when confidence was flagging.
When confidence was flagging. I see what you did there. Ha 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 ha. Alright, so onward to New York, I suppose, to find some parchment. An entire book of Pollyanna-ish bullcrap. Oh, Pollyanna. I haven't thought about that movie in a long time. Oh, goodness.
New York's a quaint little town, but many of the shops have closed owing to the blockade and shortages. It's all quite taxing.
Oh, they're gonna make that taxing joke a lot, aren't they? What?
Hey, keep back. We are protecting this lead statue of King George from angry colonists.
Why is his foot moving, though?
On July 9th, 1776, in just a few days, colonial troops will knock over the statue and melt it into musket balls for the war. King George obviously wasn't too
I didn't know
popular.
that. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna melt your statue down and shoot your men with it. That is savage.
G'day. Blimey, but all this garden has made tea time a distant memory. I can't remember the last time we had a cup.
Probably because we threw it all in the bay.
Truth to tell, I'm a proud servant of my king. But I do feel for the colonists. They've been paying very steep taxes these days.
I do feel for you.
Well, it's my job, you know. Besides, many British think these American colonists are just brewing up trouble about their tea taxes.
Tea is kind of a luxury.
Well, the colonial Minutemen are scrappier fighters than we expected. My soldiers are better disciplined, of course, but those colonists really want their independence.
Yeah, but these guys are trying really hard. I like that.
Boy, this is a lead statue of His
So
Honored
much
Majesty
lead.
King George III.
Fuck
The
that
Marines and I have been
statue
assigned to
up.
Protect his kingship from rebel scavengers.
Please, can I
You
look
can
at
look, but you can't touch. My job is to protect this statue. I can't have you making off with anything.
it? What if I just take that loose foot?
Oh, for a cup of tea. When His Majesty taxed the tea, the colonists boycotted the stuff. They've declared coffee their new national drink.
Coffee is amazing.
Tea is just impossible to find these days. The colonists have stopped drinking tea to protest
Less of a
the tea
luxury when
tax
boiling
devised
water
by
was
King
one of the few
George.
ways to make it safe to drink. True.
It all started with that Boston Tea Party in 1773. Some tricksters boarded 3 of our merchant ships, dressed as Indians, and tossed every crate of tea into Boston Harbor. Outrageous!
Outrageous. Cool. Thanks for the breakdown there.
Hey, keep back.
All right, so I
We're
can't touch
protecting
that.
this lead
On July 9th,
All right,
17...
cool. We talked about that. Redcoats.
Hark there, don't rile my
Hark
red-coated
there.
troops. If you need anything, I'm the bloke in charge.
All right. Calm your tits. All right, buildings, and then off to Boston, apparently, because there's not a whole lot else to see.
On your way, then. And keep an eye out for tea.
More like, might as well also flavor it. True. All right, I've gone all the way up to Boston now. We're shipping up to Boston. Trying to find my wooden leg. Parchment, please. I see you. I see that parchment sticking out your pocket. Gimme.
I plan to write my mother on this parchment, but I don't have any battles to write about yet. Without musket balls, I'll never
That
get
guy's
my
neck
shot at
just goes all the way
patriotism.
to his bottom lip. That is like some more scoliosis level shit. Patriotism.
Hey there. I'm just taking a minute to write a letter to Mother.
Just taking a minute, because I'm a minute man.
I'm a Minuteman. I'm supposed to fight British Redcoats, and I'd be off like a shot. But like many Minutemen, I have no ammunition to shoot.
All these puns. Musket balls. Mmm.
Those blasted Redcoats took most of our ammunition.
Blasted redcoats.
Musket balls are made of lead, and lead is heavily taxed by the British, so there
Except
isn't
there's
much
that
around.
big old statue.
Oh, yes. We depend on England for most of our supplies, and we'd be in a bad way without their imported goods.
And that's why we're picking a fight with them.
I'm writing a letter to my dear mother on this piece of parchment. I'd rather be off fighting, but without musket balls,
Dear
a
Mom,
letter is
nothing
my
has
only
happened. I've not
pastime.
fought anybody. I'm fishing in the garbage.
Well, if I'm not fighting, I'm sitting here writing. But you know,
All right.
if you scavenged up some lead musket balls for me, I'd drop
Lead
this old
musket
letter in a
balls.
second. Good luck. The lead needed for ammunition is near impossible to find these days. We soldiers scavenge it from pipes, monuments, plates, you name it.
Guggenheim's printing press. Gutenberg. Guggenheim. I don't know what that was. Guggenheim.
That British warship is blockading our harbor. Those Brits are preventing friendly countries like France from sending us fresh
Damn
supplies.
Brits.
Well, first there was the Boston Tea Party, and now a full revolutionary war is brewing.
Choke them off on the supplies. You shall not pass.
We colonists will win or die
Who will
trying.
win, I wonder?
We're outnumbered, but we
I wonder
fight
how that
cleverly,
shakes out.
Indian style. We don't stand in silly straight lines like those Brits. I just turned 15. You could say I'm just a rebellious youth.
I just turned 15.
Well, not really. But because the colonial army is so outnumbered, any man or boy old enough to aim a musket can join.
It's a different time, isn't it? Can you imagine 15-year-olds today going to war? It's crazy. Jetsam. What's in the Jetsam?
That's jetsam, junk thrown over the side of a ship in distress. Looks like the Minuteman has been fishing some up.
What'd you find in here, bro? Just some Jetsam, tea crate, musket.
My musket fires balls of lead. But lead is so scarce that we have orders not to shoot the redcoats till we see the whites of their eyes.
Okay.
In one New Hampshire battle, the Minutemen only had about 15 lead musket balls each.
Wow,
They
15
had to make every
shots.
shot count.
That's crazy.
This empty tea crate seemed like a good spot to sit down and write my mother. It's a leftover
It's from
the
like 3
Boston
years
Tea
ago. They
Party.
just left the Boston Tea Party crates sitting on the dock.
Look at all that flotsam and jetsam. Must be stuff still floating around since the Boston Tea Party a while back.
All that flotsam and jetsam.
I tried to fish, but I've been reeling in nothing but junk.
Can I borrow it?
Many of the shops
So
are
that's
idle
where I
from lack of
let's see.
supplies. The furnace of the smithy back there hasn't melted any metal in quite a while.
All right. So that's to New York. Smithy shop. There's the fire.
Many of the shops...
A hot forge is perfect for melting metals.
So I need to
they
get rid of that foot somehow, which means I need to find tea. I can't pick up the tea crate. It doesn't
This
seem...
empty tea crate...
That's jetsam.
So none of that is tea that I can take back to the guy and get the thing. So what we're learning is that it's okay when the U.S. holds a revolution using child soldiers, but nobody else, right? Right? It's brave and heroic when we do it. Ship of the line.
That is a British ship of the line. It's loaded with cannon to blast any trade ships that try to sneak through the blockade.
Womp womp.
British ships like that one have been blocked.
Oh, let's see.
Wow! The Boston Tea Party was one of the first acts of the colonial rebellion. Colonists disguised as Indians snuck aboard British trade ships and dumped all the tea over.
Yep. That's the thing that happened. So we need tea to give to the British soldier, to get the lead, to make the musket balls, to get the parchment. So where do I get the tea from?
New York.
Where does the tea come from? I wonder.
What's bending your... That redcoat leader would probably give his left foot for...
Yeah, so where do we find that tea?
The redcoats don't want colonists touching the king's lead statue.
All right. Tea,
Thomas Jefferson is
parchment, we got that. Where do I get the tea? Did you guys see any place I didn't see tea? I feel like the tea's got to come out of the Jetson that that kid's sitting on. Why wouldn't I be able to get your tea crate? Oh, now you're fishing? Nope. Okay. Ah! There we go. Never mind. Solved it.
Hey, we caught a boxfish. Actually, it looks like an old tea
It's
crate
a
from the tea party.
boxfish.
Cool.
I did go to Philly. Philly was the place
Back to
where all of
Manhattan, New
the
York.
delegates were hanging out, I thought. It was right after, yeah, that's where it was. Jefferson's house, Philadelphia, and New York. You can have this so that I can have that lead
Kings
foot.
of England, it's honest to goodness tea. If a bit waterlogged.
It's tea
Come on,
time!
lads, it's tea time.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Alright, off you get. Yes, huff that waterlogged tea that's been hanging out in the bay for years. Ew. Ooh, it's a Carmen note. Awesome.
Splendacious. It's a piece of the Carmen note.
Splendacious. That is not a word. Once you have the declaration, quickly go and take your station.
Old King George was quite a lead foot.
Give me that.
Boy, it's practically deserted around here.
Yep. Let's go back to Boston. Melt the foot. Melty, melty, melty. Give that kid some. Wow, she's just gonna like hop that over her. Okay, I thought she was just gonna like throw it. Nice, that was super fast.
Superific idea. Making
Superific, splendacious,
You're a
fantastaroony.
high-caliber crime fighter.
Oh, nice. Good night, Jamie. Thanks much for hanging out. Thank you for the game suggestion. It was a lot of fun. See you later.
Yow, thanks for the musket balls. Now I have my shot at joining the Continental Army. Long live the American colonies.
You will actually, oh, duh, because you're playing. I was like, no, I've got a thing tomorrow. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow night. I forgot you're not talking about this chat. Cool. Give me that parchment, yo. Thank you.
I declare, this parchment looks perfect for an official document.
I do declare. Gimme. Parchment.
Back to Manhattan, New York.
I wish there was a way for me to, like, fast travel to Philadelphia. No, I can't just go? Alright, that's cool. Back to Philadelphia. And then back to Charlottesville. Virginia. All right, Thomas Jefferson, here you go. Happy day. Aren't you so
Parchment.
excited?
You deserve volumes of praise.
Because books.
Now I can rewrite crucial parts of the Declaration of
Ooh,
Independence.
did I miss a Carmen note in the trash? I thought I'd tried to pick it up earlier. We'll see. I can head back up there if I need to.
I've written out all the important points, but these paragraphs still need arranging. I'll hurry them over to the Pennsylvania courthouse. where the document can be completed.
Sweet. I'm hoping he leaves me one.
See you in the city of brotherly love.
Yep, he's gonna leave me one. Awesome. Off he goes with horse galloping noises.
Superific! You found part of the Carmen note. The suspect's schemes are going to pieces.
To pieces, I say. Concealed all safe and nice inside a Jefferson device. Oh, is it the violin, I wonder? Is that where she's hiding?
Splendation! Let's catch up with Jefferson in Philadelphia.
Yep, let's do that. Off we go. Back to Philly.
How good to see you again. You're just in time. Ben Franklin is just now posting my paragraphs up for review and arrangement.
Sweet. Post 'em, Jen. Post 'em.
Greetings! Many thanks
Now
for
we
helping
must get the declaration in order. Excellent. Cool. I can help you with that.
Well, my outline presents our ideas in an organized fashion. It should help us arrange
Sensational
Jefferson's
declaration.
paragraph into a sensational declaration.
Cool.
Yes, indeed. So just match up my paragraphs on the left with Franklin's outline
All right, so
on
hopefully
the right.
I can do this one
Good
without
luck.
any help. This would be really kind of embarrassing if I don't know our own political documents. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms, repeated petitions, and repeated only by injury. That goes there. In the course of human events, necessary to peaceful dissolve to connect them with another and assume among the powers reserved in equal station. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance for imposing taxes without his consent. Self-evident, all men created equal. That's right. That is going to be the last one, right? Or did I miss one? Part 3, yes. That is going to be part 3. Yep, that's right. That's right. That's going to go here. And then I think these two need to be switched. Cool. Done.
Well done! Jefferson's paragraphs match our outline perfectly.
We have a convincing
We
declaration
have a
on our
most
hands.
convincing declaration on our hands.
Yes, we do. Good. Thumbs up from Ben Franklin. I feel very established now.
Well done! You've helped organize this document into a memorable Declaration of Independence. Now, let's get those delegates signing before they lose their nerve, hmm?
Or their heads, ha ha ha. Off we go. Sign away, everybody. John Hancock, you're up. Pretty cool. Wow, they all signed super fast.
Superific! You reconstructed the
There's the last
Declaration of
Carmen note.
Independence. Now let's track down our thief.
Let's get the last note first.
Yeah, that's the final fragment
Yeah,
of Carmen's note.
He made it to avoid disturbance from his noisy dinner servants. That's the dumbwaiter.
Fantabulous!
All
I'll
right.
activate the time cuffs.
Peasants, filthy peasants interrupting my studies. Back to Charlottesville again. And arresting the thief and the dumbwaiter. And done.
Hey, that's using your noodle. The dummy was waiting in the dumbwaiter.
Da 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 da. Get him, politics. That was fun.
Fantabulous! It's a major accomplishment to catch General Mayhem.
Major accomplishment because military ranks are fun.
Come on, General. You can think about independence. Independence.
You can court-martial me,
Wow.
but you'll never put Carmen Sandiego on trial.
Independ, you
Well
dunce.
done. You re-jailed General Mayhem, bartered your way from Virginia to Philly, and redrafted the Declaration of Independence.
Yep, I did all those
salute
things.
you. Thanks to you, the 13 colonies are on their way to United Statehood.
General Mayhem chose the most obvious hiding
But
place,
don't
right?
forget
Harriet the Spy, man, I'm telling you, that's where you look. That's where you go to find people. Yes! I think I'm gonna try and finish this game tonight. Pew pew!
Next stop is the early 19th century. Lewis and
We're creeping
Clark
closer and
should have
closer.
crossed the Rockies by now, but instead, they seem to be stopped in their tracks. Better see if you can get them moving again.
I wonder who they took.
Once again,
Did they steal
you'll be
Sacagawea?
exploring unknown territory, so I'll
Yeah,
say
those
rock
puns were
solid
bad.
as your good guide.
The Independence was...
And watch out for
Oof.
rattlesnakes.
Rock Solid is my favorite, I think. Oh, there's Sacagawea being a
love
badass
time
with her
travel,
baby.
But I'm getting tired of resetting my watch.
Ha ha ha.
Ah, the great outdoors. It looks like we're in North America where the Missouri River emerges from the Rocky Mountains. It's 1805, and we've run into the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Are you sure those journals aren't in the saddlebags? How could we let someone nab our notes like that? What are we going to do?
Fail.
I've told you I searched those saddlebags a dozen times. Blast the luck. We'll never cross
Yeah, it's not
the
like you guys
Rockies
have a
without
native
those
guide who
notes.
knows her shit up and down.
And none of my Shoshone kin are nearby to help us.
Fail.
Say, it sounds like someone's pilfered the pockets of these pioneers.
Oh, the alliteration. Sacagawea.
Greetings, strangers. You are welcome in our camp.
Hello. You are a badass.
My name is Sacagawea of the Shoshone tribe. Lewis and Clark hired me as a translator and to help guide them through the mountain wilderness. I grew up in these mountains with my people, so I know of many dangers. On the steep cliffs, you must skirt the surly bighorn sheep. Avoid the strong current of the river. Most of all,
Beware the bear.
beware the hungry bear.
Bear. I like the,
I have many memories of growing up in these beautiful mountains. I
basket
remember
weaving,
days spent weaving a tall basket.
drum
I
playing.
also recall the sounds of my brother playing his
I
drum.
don't know why drum is capitalized as his basket. That's odd.
I later lived among the Mandan Indians on the plains. It was there I learned to make a sharp tomahawk. I also learned to make a sturdy moccasin.
Moccasin. I like how she points to the feet. Like, no, like, I don't know. I guess maybe people don't know what moccasins are.
When I first met Lewis and Clark, they had just completed a long day's travel.
To be fair,
They
dealing
were
with white
very
men in the
tired,
1800s will
and
do
I
that.
offered them a
She
blanket.
sounds constipated
Right
as
away,
she looks.
They were both fast asleep.
True, true.
My name is Lieutenant William Clark, one of the leaders of this expedition.
Okay.
And I'm Captain Meriwether Lewis. the
Meriwether
other leader.
Lewis.
We're in charge of the group you see here, called the Corps of Discovery.
That's special.
The Corps was formed by President Jefferson to explore the land from the Mississippi River to the shores of the Pacific Ocean.
Excuse me? I think you've been
Who
out
is
here in
President
the
Jefferson?
wilderness
That guy
too
we were
long.
literally just
Jefferson
talking to.
wrote the Declaration of Independence.
I like how we're
Now
only
he's the
jumping like
president.
20 to 30 years now as opposed to like hundreds.
These peace and friendship medallions were given to us by President Jefferson himself. We hope to trade them with Indians.
Here's
in the
this
mountains.
jewelry that you care
Without
nothing
our
about.
journals, we
That's
can't
really no
take
value to
another
you
step.
whatsoever, but you should give us food and supplies for the shiny metal.
Sure, you can find a route through the Rockies for us. And since you're willing to stick your necks out, take this medallion to trade with any Indians you meet.
Okay, Native Americans. Gotta love it. Cool. Can I keep talking to you though? We
We
weren't
meet
done.
again, but our story hasn't changed.
Yeah, I
Our
haven't had a chance to
journals
leave.
are
I'm literally still
still
standing in
missing.
front of you. It's fine.
Those journals contain all our notes about the untamed lands west of St. Louis. The observations in those journals
invaluable.
are invaluable because folks back east don't know much about the West yet.
Not yet, but you guys are about to trample all over it.
He went west through the mountains. The journals he snatched also contain advice from local Indians on
We're
how to
between the
cross these
Rockies and a
mountains.
hard place.
Without them, we're between the Rockies and a hard
I
place.
love it.
We can't risk the Corps without those journals to guide us. Except for our guide and translator, Sacagawea, none of us have ever crossed such a great and dangerous mountain range.
Oh no, whatever will we do? Cool, so I have a friendship medallion, the crew
Lewis
with
and Clark
boats.
brought a large, diverse group of explorers with them. They
Light
carried light
canoes.
canoes over the mountains, but had to leave that big ship behind. I'm sure not going to carry it.
Ha ha ha. Crew with the boats, the river.
That's the mighty Missouri River. Lewis and Clark sailed upriver this far, but can't go any farther by ship. They plan to hike across the
Going
Rockies,
to the Pacific
then
Ocean.
boat
Are the
down
Rockies
westward
bigger than
flowing
the
river to
Alps?
the Pacific Ocean.
No. I don't think so. The Alps are... Like the Alps or the Appalachians? I'm assuming you're talking about the European mountains.
The core of discovery is to find a waterway from St. Louis to the Pacific, but I have a sinking feeling it doesn't exist.
Womp womp. Alright, cool. River, mountains.
Those are the Rocky Mountains, the backbone of North America. The Rockies are like Carmen, Sandiego.
Rock's got a
Beautiful,
crush on
but tough
Carmen.
when you try to cross them.
Interesting.
President Jefferson just bought a huge tract of land from the French at a bargain price. The
Yeah,
deal was
okay,
called
cool.
the
I think the
Louisiana
Alps are
Purchase.
bigger.
It was a real steal.
Alright, there's the mountains, and we're gonna head off into the mountains
Good
now,
luck.
I guess.
Don't get eaten by bears.
Well, thanks. I'll try. Boop. Alright, where are we now?
All right, there's a pass through the mountains. Shall we pass on through?
No, because there's a bighorn sheep that we were warned about.
Uh-oh, that ram is in no mood to let us horn in on his territory.
Ha
What
ha
we
ha.
need is some local
Horn
advice.
in. Shoshone Indian.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this Shoshone
Oh,
for
wow.
advice about getting past that irate ram.
So this was bear. I wasn't watching nearly the sign language at all. Shit.
I don't think the Shoshone has a solution to that problem.
Okay.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this
I don't know what that means.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this Shoshone for advice about getting past that irate ram.
I don't know what that means.
That's a bighorn sheep, also known as a bighorn ram. They live only in the high mountains.
Should be a
so
peak
we'll
performance
really have
to get
be
around
at
this
peak
guy.
Performance to get around this fella.
Oh, this is terrible. It's Indian Sign Language, guys. Rockar is the only bear we need to worry about. That's amazing. The motions seem to be pounding a drum. Oh, fair. Okay. Nobody has a drum here.
That Indian looks like he wants to trade, so let's tell him what we need.
So we need this.
I guess that Shoshone doesn't have what we wanted to trade for, but maybe he has other things in his teepee. Let's keep at it.
Oh my god, this is terrible. He's the worst. He could absolutely beat that ram up. How about this
That
one?
Indian looks like he wants to trade, so let's tell him what we need.
Drum? Yes. Nope, that's a tomahawk.
Way to wheel and deal. Maybe we can use our new item, or trade it back.
I kill the ram.
That's one sharp. No good. I think we can find a way through
We
without
can't
harming
murder the
wildlife.
ram. Alright.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this Shoshone for advice about getting past that irate
So,
ram.
this is terrible. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that looks... Okay, so that's a drum. So now I trade the tomahawk. So... Oh, it's this. Gotcha. That's it. Alright,
Way to
cool.
wheel and deal. Maybe we can use our new item, or trade it back.
Gotcha. Pick up the drum. Drum the ram. Ram does not like the drum. Alright, so Indian Sign Language, guys. Just so y'all know, that's what this looks like. Fucking terrible. Carmen note!
All right, Inspector. Who says clues don't grow on trees?
I do.
That's part of the Carmen note.
I say that. Part of the Carmen note. Steal the journals at my behest, then go where rivers all flow west. Okay. This danger. Tomahawk to chop down the tree, I bet.
That Shoshone woman seems willing to trade. Let's tell her what we're looking for.
Like, I like how they're, like, implying the Indians are just completely nonverbal.
Too bad. This Shoshone doesn't have what we asked for.
Okay, so we have to go back.
Okay,
To the mountain
down
pass
the
to get the
mountain we go.
tomahawk. Cool. So now we get the tomahawk.
Another terrific trade.
Yep, we just gave the drum back and got the thing. That's fine. Terrible.
Great idea. Just be sure you aim that tomahawk at the tree and not at your old
I'm not
friend
throwing
Rock.
it at the tree. I'm going to use it like an axe.
Oh, yeah. Timber!
Oh, he's such a lumberjack.
Good work, Inspector. And thanks to that Shoshone for showing us the way.
I will show you the way. Let's see. Basket. Cool.
Way to wheel and deal. Maybe we can use...
Let's
Stay
keep
on
going
your
and see if we need a
toes,
basket.
or at least
Not that
stay
they aren't
on your
verbal, so to
feet.
speak. I
We
bet
don't
Bear
wanna
Man
fall
can't speak the
in.
right language. They've managed to speak to literally every other culture. I'm pretty sure nobody knows how to speak like Aztec or Incan or Maori or whatever other like, come on. Native Americans are the only ones we can't just auto understand. Yeah, I don't think he is. I'm completely all right with that. He was all about the Nordic guys
Eureka.
too.
We've reached the top of the Rockies, and that path ahead leads on to the Columbia River.
Cool. So smoke signals. Oh, that's a bear.
Great galloping grizzlies. Where'd that big bear come from?
He's a big bear. I don't know, man. I've been hanging out with a big bear all day.
This Indian has no treasures to trade, but he might still have some useful advice.
Okay, so I have to go back. So one more time, what did he do? So bear, cross the arms, and sleep.
It's all downhill from here.
The bear might be a legit threat. You cannot. He's such a gay lumberjack from Grindr. Oh, most bears from Grindr are. Oh, shit, that's funny. Alright, take your basket back. Blanket. Smoke
Another
signals.
terrific
Ah.
trade. Stay on your toes, or at least stay on your feet. We don't want to fall in.
Blanket for smoke signals, I assume. Burn the blanket. Use the blanket on the bear? How does that work?
I see what you're getting at.
No.
Okay, watch this.
What? No. Yeah, that bear's gonna fuck your day up.
Way to go. With that bear
Does somebody want to
gone, we
explain
can
the
continue
logic of
west
that to
the
me?
Columbia River.
I'm fucking, are you serious? Like, you pretend to be dead because you're hiding under a blanket, and now he sleeps with a bear. We got some bear on bear action happening now. Good God.
Westward ho, let's go. But first, let's head back east and round up the core of Discovery.
Oh, do we have to?
We're back. We found a terrific route
We're
through
back.
the Rockies.
Be a part of the scenery and not a threat. Oh, interesting. He now sleeps with the bear.
Was your journey difficult?
No. No, it's
we
not.
just had to grin and bear it. Come on, let's load up the portable boats. It's smooth sailing from here.
Oh, God. So bad. I feel like I must have missed a Carmen note somewhere. And just over this peak, easy peasy with our boats.
We've
The
reached
journey
the
was
Columbia
rock
River.
hard.
Now Lewis and Clark can float by boat the rest of the way to the Pacific.
Oh, there's a note. I did miss one somewhere. Maybe I have to trade the Indians for
Great
it.
work, Inspector. That's a piece of the Carmen note. I have a feeling our villain is almost out of time.
If you don't find a creek, play a game of hide and seek.
Looks like the core of Discovery crew is planned.
Alright, cool.
Those are the Nez Perce Indians. They helped Lewis and Clark later in their journey.
Here's this fish.
Every year, salmon leave the Pacific Ocean
Oh,
and
the
swim
salmon and the
far
grizzlies.
upstream to the place where they were born. Now that's what I call being homesick.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Dugout canoe. We must have missed one somewhere. Where'd I miss it? Overlooking. He's like, I don't know.
He doesn't have any advice for us about that.
No? No? Doesn't know? Alright, so he only knows about bears.
Indians used smoke signals to communicate over long
I wonder if he has a
distances.
burning
I wonder
question.
if he has a burning question.
Oh, God. The Continental
The
Divide.
water flows east and west here, so we must be at the Continental Divide. All rivers east of the divide flow east, and all rivers west of the divide flow west. So let's go with the flow.
Terrible. Alright, I don't see anything here.
It's all downhill from here.
Back to the mountain pass. Where did I miss a Carmen note? Do you have a Carmen note? Oh, that's the tomahawk from the river. She doesn't know about the sheep.
Since her hands aren't talking, I'd say this Shoshone can't help us with our latest problem.
Uh-huh. Thanks. And she probably doesn't know about
Since
the bear.
her hands aren't talking.
Alright, so there's no Carmen note that I can see here. So back down the mountain pass.
Down the mountain we go.
So where did I miss the Carmen note? Ah, haha, there it is, by the sheep.
Hey, that's the third
It's blending in
and
with the
final piece.
dirt.
This letter
He might
will
have some burning if that
spell
bear
trouble for
sleeps
our
around.
If we can figure it out.
Oh no. Keep our vile plans afloat, concealed within a Nez Perce
I'll
boat.
fire
Wow,
up
that's
the
not
time
even like
cuffs.
hard. That's not, they're not even trying. It's just like it's in the boat with the other Indians.
Stay on your toes.
Just look in that
or
boat.
At least stay on.
Just look in there. Off we go. Westward ho. And boom.
Nope, no thief
Oh, not
there.
in the river, in the boat. Oh my god.
Good thinking. That's a Nez Perce canoe, all right. But there's no thief.
Just
Let's find another Nez Perce boat.
oh my god, seriously. Plank canoe, dugout canoe, hewed canoe, reed canoe.
That looks like a reed canoe. Didn't you hitchhike on one of those in Egypt?
I did.
Over there's a fine example of a hewed canoe. They're made by chopping out the interior of a log. Hey, dig that dugout canoe. Native Americans made dugout canoes by burning out the
Okay.
insides of cedar or pine logs. Maybe they
Ash
should have
trees.
used ash trees. That there's a plank canoe. It's made by nailing together
All right,
planks
but
of
what
wood.
kind of canoe are they in? I think, alright.
Sorry, the suspect isn't
No.
in sight.
This one?
Sorry, the suspect isn't in sight.
Interesting. What kind of
Those are the
canoes
Nez Perce Indians.
did the
They
Nez
helped
Perce
Lewis and
use,
Clark
though?
later in their journey.
Alright, I guess I should read the stupid Chronopedia. Learn me something. Shoshone woman, prairie dog, called it a barking squirrel. Nez Perce explorers and Nez Perce learned how to build dugout canoes. Alright. Cool.
Say, that dugout
There
canoe
we
is
go.
the Nez Perce style boat mentioned in the Carmen note.
The dugout. Yep, Jesse had it. Nicely played. Oh my god, and he catches him like a damsel. That's adorable.
Back to Acme Jail. for
Holding
you
him by the
guys,
hair.
And you won't get away a second time.
You've got me grounded. But you'll never get a beat on Carmen's high-flying plan.
Congratulations once again! You rebusted the Baron, learned to speak with your hands, and led Lewis and Clark to the Columbia River. Thanks to you, the wildest part of the western U.S. is well on its way to being tamed.
Yeah, though it's not
Great
probably
going.
something you should thank me for. We actually kind of fucked it up.
But there's
but-
more lawlessness in the
Why does
very
Carmen have
north.
such terrible sidekicks? Because she's so badass. She needs people around her to, like, keep her level. He's legit holding him by the scarf like a noose. Rockhard does not fuck around. Choking fetish? Not sure. Yes, play it.
Your making a short hop forward to 1808 in Vienna, Austria. The sounds from Symphony Hall are strangely silent.
Oh no.
And that means something's amiss.
Is
Better
something
lend an ear to the
missing?
trouble.
Terrible.
This time, your good guide is none other than Renaissance herself, conductress
Art
of
and
the
music.
Acme Philharmonic. Good luck, Time Inspector, and try to stay on key.
They act like I'm the one that fucked up and it wasn't their shitty jail that let all these guys out in the first place. Yes, it's my fault. I'm the
Welcome
one.
to Vienna. It's 1808, and the gentleman with the
I briefly dated a girl that
creative
hinted
hair
several
is the
times that she had a
maestro
choking
Ludwig van
fetish.
Beethoven.
Yeah, I mean that's something you gotta talk through for sure. Probably just don't bust that out without some heavy discussion. Oh yes. Oh, Beethoven, no.
Ah, misery! To have mine fifth and
Are we gonna
sixth
talk to him
symphony
like he's
scores
not deaf?
stolen,
Pretty
just
sure
as they were
that's about to
debut
happen.
This evening, I am doomed.
Okay.
Could one of Carmen's crooks have caused this classical caper? Let's find out what happened.
Betcha we do.
Hello, forgive mine mournful state, but some rogue has purloined the precious scores to mine fifth and sixth symphonies.
Why did they give him a lisp?
I am Ludwig von Beethoven. The
Rockman
best
could do it.
composer
He's
here
well
in
versed in
Vienna.
nonverbal
You no doubt
communication.
heard of my wondrous symphonies.
Oh, well versed, well played, Jesse. I like it. What is a
Why,
symphony?
A symphony is a composition played by a large collection of musicians called an orchestra. I am at work on some bold changes to traditional symphony music.
Bold, so bold.
I am taking the symphony far past mere entertainment music. I wanted to express human emotions.
Passion, and my six has a gentle touch of
intellectual
nature.
ideas. Mine
Womp womp.
fifth symphony is filled with passion, and mine
Und?
sixth has
Mine
the gentle
symphony?
touch of nature. But all is lost now that his work
He has a
been
lisp because he's deaf.
stolen.
Alright, that seems legit.
Frustration! My temper has little patience for the patrons and musicians who fail to understand mine music. Also, mine hearing is poor and getting worse.
No, I don't think his hearing is poor. I think his hearing was non-existent. Am I remembering this wrong? Like I thought Beethoven was like full deaf from a very early age. Did I fuck that up in my memory?
Ach, tension
Oh,
is
I didn't
necessary
realize
for
that. I thought he
creating
was deaf
powerful
like
music, and
the
creating
entire
music
time.
is mine greatest joy.
He
It
wasn't
is the
considered
only
completely
time
deaf
I am
until
truly
1816. All right.
A
Fair enough.
light-fingered female snatched
Did you
the
Google that, or
scores
did
to
you
my
just
new
know
fifth
the year
and
1816 like off the
and
cuff?
they
Because
were
that's
to
really
premiere
impressive.
tonight. Without
You guys
these
blow me
bold
away
new
with your history
pieces,
knowledge,
the public
really.
will think that I am
And then
slipping,
history, and then
my
bone
reputation
structure,
will
and
become
Greek mythology. A light-fingered female. Oh no! What can I do to help you, Beethoven?
Rewrite the symphonies, but only if you can rehearse the openings with the orchestra while I complete the scores.
Okay. That sounds like a thing that's legit. Fun fact, Karu Utada, the one who sang Simple and Clean from Kingdom Hearts, is now gone. Oh no! I do love Simple and Clean. That was a really cute opening. Mostly Deaf is still partly sound. True. Alison Cross. Did not realize that. Man, lots of musicians. We're all fallible humans here. Fair enough. At least I know there's a limit to your knowledge prowess.
I will now recreate the fifth, my work of deepest passion. You must take the opening pages to the orchestra when I am done.
All right. Oh, is that like his big hearing cup thing? Oh my god, yes. Like the giant hearing aids. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Stand back. This piece sets me aflame.
I feel like that means he gets a boner when he plays it, which is probably fair. This is a great piece of music. Probably... I don't know if I could have named it, but I can tell you it's Beethoven. Like, this is one of those, like, instantly recognizable pieces. Good job.
Zeist. How invigorating.
It is. It is indeed.
That's the rewritten opening to Beethoven's Fifth. This symphony moves from a feeling of tension to a triumphant ending. Let's take it to the orchestra.
Cool. Let's do that. Pick up sheets. Haydn, Bach, Mozart, and a portrait of not a person.
That happy face is someone who really inspired Beethoven's early career.
That's adorable. Still got pictures of his mommy hanging out in
that
his workroom.
statue is a total bust.
Oh, God. Terrible. Ear trumpet.
That's a kind of hearing aid called an ear trumpet. Beethoven slowly lost his hearing, yet composed some of his greatest works after he was completely deaf.
That's why I thought he was completely deaf, because like most of he did some really big renowned afterwards.
Buzz day and night. A strange deafness is overtaking me, and the injustice of it inflames my temper. But when
nice pick, guys.
My music comes alive inside my mind.
You don't miss a beat. Finding Carmen's note can be quite an earful.
I wonder if he would have, like, if you could go back in time and like play some of these remixes and like the more contemporary stylizations of his symphonies, if he'd be like super offended, or if he'd be about like advancing music. Blend in with classic harmony as part of Ludwig's symphony.
That opening should make the orchestra players earn their salaries. Have a fine rehearsal.
Here we are at Symphony Hall. The orchestra's warming up.
At the Symphony Hall.
Yeah,
and
sure.
The orchestra's warming up. Are you ready to try reordering Beethoven's Fifth?
Yes.
Baton at the ready? Let's lead these musical types through a reading of Beethoven's Fifth.
Not sure about Beethoven, but Mozart would have loved it. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Oh, my stomach! That sounded worse than bratwurst.
Alright, I've got to reorder these. This might be a little hard now that I've got another version of it playing, but we'll figure it out.
Needs some serious sorting. Maybe we can get
No,
Beethoven
no, I remember the full opening. It's fine. I just need to hear it piece by piece so I know which one I'm doing.
Baton.
Alright, so yellow is first. Yellow and then blue.
Oh, my stomach! That sounded worse than bratwurst.
That score needs some serious sorting.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Beethoven to play us the full.
No, I know. I'm working on it, guys. How about now?
Baton at the ready?
Nope. I already fucked it up. The blue first. Then green.
Aye, that sound could wake the dead.
All right.
That score needs some serious sorting.
All right. Yeah, I know.
Maybe
I know.
we can get Beethoven.
So I think blue and then green and then yellow and pink.
Baton.
Okay, that's right. That's right. That's right. Nope, that's not right.
that sound could wake the dead.
So
Is Ludwig going deaf or
it's really hard for me to tell what part of the music is which when it switches. He would fit right into
just
contemporary.
about in sync. Let's try once more.
Almost. So what do you think? Is it these two that need to be swapped? Mozart was the type who'd write on walls if he ran out of paper, do stupid petty things when he disliked the people involved in his commissions. Oh yeah. That's right. There we go. Got it.
That was so emotional. Ludwig is...
I like, they're like, is he going deaf? This is terrible. Oh wait, actually it's pretty amazing.
Finally, the fifth is in harmony. Now let's see how Beethoven's doing on the sixth.
Awesome. All right, let's go. No Carmen notes yet that I see.
That's a music stand. Design.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Had enough of a tune-up?
Yep, let's go.
Ah, returned already. I am positively gleeful to hear that the rehearsal of my
fifth went well.
If you give me just
The
a moment,
rehearsal.
the opening to mine sixth is almost ready.
Yes, please do. Indulge me.
Yeah. There you have it.
That's a Carmen
the
note.
Opening to mine sixth symphony. Please set the orchestra to work rehearsing it while I finish the
Cool.
remainder of the piece.
In the words of Oz, I'm always partial to a fifth. Ah, that's funny.
Ludwig's sneeze made quite a breeze. It stirred up a Carmen note.
All right. Hide where many notes are found, but use your own distinctive sound. Play the sixth for me, please.
More. Where can that rotten rascal have gone?
Shush. Play the sixth.
When you ask so politely, of course.
Thank you. I don't know this one very well. And then it just fades out. Ooh, more redemption. Getting them entries. Liz is getting shoved out. Unless she's sitting on a ton. Like, everyone's just going to turn all these in on Saturday. Like, 5,000 entries.
That opening should make the orchestra play.
Cool. I'm going to go try to remember what that sounded like. I do not know that one nearly as well. Oh, now there's 5. Awesome. So, I know, of course, they're not going to do This Is Not the Right Way. So let's do that just for fun.
Let's...
That's the end. So yellow might be first. Then pink might be second to last.
The sharps have...
All right, so green there, yellow. Let's see what that sounds like. Roy G. Biv. Red, yellow, there's no orange. Red, and then yellow, and then green, and blue and violet. There's no indigo either, that's okay. We'll do it your way.
Let's lead these melodious folks through a rendition.
I'm being a PETA! No, you're fine. We'll see how close you get. Do not listen to me. I just wish they would like designate which one is which when it's playing. So I feel like purple is second. Because that's the last piece.
That's good.
So that one, and then pink. I think yellow. Let's try that. Yep, so that's not it. Shit. Okay, so I think blue's in the right place.
The sharps have fallen flat.
And I think yellow's in the right place. I think it's maybe that. Pita bread. Pita bread is delicious. Maybe I should go listen to it again. Nope. Green needs to go back towards the end again. So maybe purple's the end one? Shit, I don't know. Alright, I need to go back and listen to it again.
Beethoven must be
Pink, green, purple.
That score needs...
Do you think blue and yellow are in the right spot? Let's try it. That sounded good. That might be it. Nope. That just fucked up. Yellow, pink, green, purple, blue. Switching those two. Ah, I fucked that up. We're close.
This was... The sharps have...
Alright. Yellow, pink, green, purple, blue. We're gonna memorize this. I'm learning all about the 6th today. It is pretty. Sounds better. No more funky breaks and the swell of the music. Shit. That didn't sound good.
This was said the dog, darling. Beethoven must be losing it.
That score needs...
Damn. Alright. Yeah, maybe we'll go back and
Had
let him
enough.
play that for us a second time. Play it again.
Hello? When you...
Okay.
Okay. That
Purple and blue. Switch. You're missing one from the very start, so you think it's blue at the beginning? Yeah, it's Beethoven's 6th, and I am not good at this. That is why I'm being quiet, because I have to listen to music.
Let's leave.
No, I don't think we're missing a piece, because all the pages are together. It's sounding better. Might be it. Shit. Okay. So it needs to be...
Oi, that sound...
That's really close.
That score needs...
So purple at the beginning. And then yellow. And then red. And then green and then blue? Maybe? See how this goes. Sounds better. I think that might be it. Then it swells and then it'll fade back out again. Because we had a very soft one at the beginning. I think we got it. That sounded good. Yes, nicely done, guys. Nice ears.
We've dissed disharmony and straightened out the melody.
Fuck you,
The 6th
disharmony.
is in place, and Beethoven has arrived. Tonight he'll be conducting his 5th and 6th symphonies for the very first time.
Sweet. And he just rises like a god from the stage. Oh, is she playing the piano for him still? That's cool. And we get to listen to it again. Go check it out, Squid. Play it all day. Later that evening, we're just skipping through the entire symphony. That's funny. They're like, we're not gonna play this whole thing for you guys. We're just gonna fast forward for the first 15 seconds of it. That's funny. Still with the waving of the hands. What are you doing, dude? Yay, the end. Huzzah! Okay, Carmen note. There's gonna be one falling off of your stand up there, I bet. I bet my bottom dollar there's gonna be one right there. Oh, he's all smiley, because people like his music.
I could not have finished without your help. Thank you. And now, I'm off to celebrate and consider my
We're just gonna skip 7 and 8. Just not even gonna do it.
Wait a minute. You just finished the 5th and 6th symphonies. Wouldn't your next be the 7th?
Yeah.
Ah, but that is so predictable. I prefer to juggle many symphonies
Also, I
in my
suck at
mind
counting.
at once. Also, math was never my best subject. One last thing. Perhaps it is mine hearing, but something in the orchestra didn't sound quite right. A theory worth investigating.
Is somebody hiding in the bass drum? 'Cause that'd be
Anyway,
awesome.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Beethoven has legs for days, right? He's got the kind of legs that go all the way up to the bottom of his torso, if you know what I mean. Oh, bye, Beethoven.
Congratulations is where we're at. We've found the Carmen Notes final scrap. Let's check the Chronopedia for some decoding.
Historically, he actually didn't think he was that good. After one concert, somebody had to physically turn him around so he could see the applause. Aw, poor Beethoven. Bring a modern instrument with you. Unique to marching bands
I'll
will
activate
do.
the time cuffs.
Trumpet? Yeah.
That trumpet's all clear. No
No?
thief there.
What's a marching band instrument? Was it the flute? Or the big drums? That's not marching band, is it? That's sympathy.
That timpani drummed up nothing.
Alright, fine. Chronopedia. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Classical period. They had 3 orchestra expanded. Clarinets made their appearance. And the piano replaced the harpsichord. Many new instruments were devised after Beethoven's death for use in orchestras and bands. Some of these were the sousaphone, saxophone, and the electric guitar. So probably the sousaphone is what I'm looking for. The cello, clarinet, violin, time cuffs, trumpet, flute. No. No, where's the sousaphone? There it is, sousaphone. Ah. Gotcha, bitch.
Of course. That sousaphone made for marching bands is definitely off-tone in this
Invented until
orchestra.
1850, so it shouldn't be part of an 1808 orchestra.
1850, so it shouldn't be part of an 1808
Tuba,
orchestra.
sousaphone, pretty close. I don't really know what the difference between the two of them would be, but... Wow, she's just gonna beat the shit out of him with other instruments. Or her, rather. I'm sorry. It was a light-fingered lady. I knew
Hyde,
that.
Our mistress of crime is like catching
Jacqueline Hyde
two
is probably
thieves
my
at the
favorite
same
villain
time.
name. That one's pretty clever.
Well, Inspector, we've made our double troublemaker face the music. Jacqueline Hyde broke out of prison once before. This time,
But now we've
there
upgraded
won't
our
be an
bars,
encore.
which is not something we thought of when she stole the Chrono Skimmer in the first place.
But you'll both be history once Carmen polishes off her plan.
Sharp work, Inspector. You flattened
I think we've got, what,
Hyde and
3,
helped
maybe 3 or 4
Beethoven
more?
restore his 5th and 6th symphonies. Thanks to you, the most sublime moments in Western music
Apparently.
have been saved
Apparently
for us
she's a
all to
redhead.
savor. All 8 escaped crooks are back in jail
Oh, is that
for
it?
good. But Carmen must have another operative on the job because there's more trouble ahead.
Uh-oh.
Can you take another case?
Uh-oh. Is it actually her this time? I think I've got a couple more. You want the bipolar redhead?
You're headed for the age of invention.
I guess bipolar.
Menlo Park,
Schizophrenic?
New
Not
Jersey in the
bipolar. Schizophrenic.
1870s.
Split personality?
There should be a buzz about the electric
Multiple
light bulb
personality
by
disorder.
now, but
There we go. I
hear
did dig deep. I
someone's
was like,
blown
nope,
a
that's not
fuse.
right either.
Better
Schizophrenia is
see
not
if you
that.
can illuminate the
Multiple
problem.
personality disorder, redhead. There we go.
And you
Got
better
it.
take
I knew that
Ivan
psychology
Idea
was
as
still
your
back
good
in there
guy.
somewhere.
He's great at inventing ways to take on trouble. Good luck, Inspector. And don't forget to turn out the lights when you leave.
All right, Edison. Dissociative identity disorder. Is that the actual technical term for multiple personalities?
Whoa, epic time traveling.
I just remember we were reading a bunch of like Sybil,
Year is
and that just like,
1879, and
man, that
invention
is some
expert
interesting
by my
stuff.
side is none other than Thomas Alva Edison.
Edison was also a dick. Where's Tesla? Why are we not talking to Nikola Tesla? Can we change time and talk to Nikola Tesla and actually get that shit on point? Thomas Edison, my
this
ass.
is no time for chatting. I must recreate the world's first light bulb before the night is over.
I doubt you're gonna do
Go figure. I thought Edison had a working bulb. What's
that.
holding
Gee,
it
I
up?
wonder what could have happened to it. It's not like criminals have been stealing important items from history.
Good day, and forgive the disarray. My light bulb project is looking dim.
Nah.
Thomas Edison is my name. I'm an inventor of clever new technologies.
Mm-hmm. You and the people you hired to work for you who you didn't
Perhaps
credit.
you've heard of the electric light, the phonograph, the duplex telegraph, or the motion picture camera? I had a hand in all of these.
Oh, you're so special.
Everything. I have over 1,000
Everything.
patents, many developed here at my Menlo Park Research Lab.
I invented everything. That is a bold
I'm trying
damn
to recreate
statement.
the filament recently stolen from my first electric light bulb. I have a meeting with some important investors in the morning, and the bulb must be burning by then.
Or?
It's slow, hard
Is it
labor.
fun?
full
Is
of
inventing
reversals.
fun?
I don't mind. I like to say genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Ha. I am really salty about Edison. He is not my favorite person, and people kind of like Columbus. Like, it's one of those like people herald him so much as a hero. And it's like, no, like Tesla had kind of a way more efficient energy source that would have been a lot better for everybody, and Edison pulled the capitalist thing and basically like bought it out, buried it, and then tried to scare the shit out of everybody about what was it? It was like AC/DC currents.
But a scamp disguised as a scientist made off with the bulb.
Like was electrocuting animals in front of everybody because it was trying to be like the scare tactic about like, don't use this tech because it's bad and it's uncontrollable, and it's like, it was fake news.
I could remake the bulb easily.
He took credit for everything his interns did, drove competitors in the ground when they had better tech. Yeah, see? Alex knows what's up.
Closed at this late hour.
Alex knows what's up.
More cotton thread would be capital if you can get any from the closed factory. Someone really needs to invent a more convenient store, open 24 hours a day.
Wow, Edison really does think ahead of his time.
Wow. All right. Ooh, Carmen note already.
Hey, you nabbed a note.
See, also Elon Musk. Yeah. As much as excited as I am about the fact that we have privatized space travel in general, like, really, your car, you're going to shoot your car into space. Like, that's such a dick move. Liberate a famous sphere. Electric glow I find quite dear.
This duplex.
Oh, no, not the audio, no.
Simultaneously over the same wire. I smell some profit in the
air. All right, give me 1 second, because last time this did not correct itself, so I am going to save and quit real quick and come back in. Come on, drop down menu, please. Come on. Oh, virtual machines. God damn it. Save and quit. And back it up. Oh, I didn't know that about Pythagoras. I also didn't know about Musk trying to shut down unions. Good, that seems to be a pretty common theme these days. Yeah, I live in Wisconsin. Apparently I got here right after our governor decided that unions aren't a thing that we needed to have. So as I'm getting hired in, they're like, yeah, so this is all the paperwork is for when it used to be unionized, but you don't actually get any of that anymore, so just disregard. I'm like, great. Great. Continue. Whoa. Aw, screwed it up. So close.
Ah, yet another faulty filament.
Poor you.
It's cool you're so mellow about it.
This arc lamp has been with us since 1847. But it's too expensive.
Yay, musical interlude.
I intend to make a simpler electric light bulb that everyone can afford.
He did do that, I guess.
Hang on. I know Edison didn't invent this telephone. That was Alexander
Wait
Graham
just
Bell.
1 minute.
It's true that Bell fellow invented the telephone, but I improved the design so that one need not yell to be heard. With technology becoming so advanced, I created
By
this
working
research
together,
lab
we
to
can
bring
make bold new
together
inventions that
scientists
I
of
will
various
claim as all
specialties.
my idea.
By working together, we can make the boldest new inventions.
Nice. 76% of new union members are under 35. People unite.
The phonograph was Edison's first claim to fame and his all-time favorite invention.
Please try out my phonograph, which records and plays back human voices. Skeptics think it's just
It's
a
a magic trick.
but
Like,
it's
how
for
would you
real.
even do that? Cylinder.
We don't need a replacement cylinder yet. The one in the phonograph is still blank.
Oh, okay. So I use it.
When you talk, your voice generates sound waves. Inside this phonograph is a thin membrane like the skin of a drum. The membrane vibrates when hit by the sound waves.
Is that
and
how
a
that
needle
works?
attached to the membrane records the vibrations by scratching a metal cylinder. And that's how the phonograph records sounds.
Interesting.
Mr. Edison, listen up. Here's what we recorded.
Nothing.
To play the phonograph, move the needle to a groove on the metal cylinder and crank the handle. A part of the recorded sound will play.
I don't think we recorded anything, though.
When you talk, your voice generates sound waves.
Oh.
Say, you're pretty handy with my inventions.
Yes, I am.
Looking for a job?
Things sucks. A lot of unions are being made ineffective. When I was in a union down in Florida working for AT&T, it took months for them to fumigate our call center after 3 people come down with illness from fleas. Jesus. And a girl actually died from a heart attack due to work-related stress in the job 3 chairs over from me. Like, you were there? Oh, ow. That is rough. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing in this phonograph, though.
Stop. There are no tours to the rest of the lab.
All right, rebuild your light bulb, then.
Witness my new alkaline battery. It uses liquid chemicals that store much more
Yeah, that's
electricity
terrible.
than an old-fashioned battery.
Damn, Liz, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you got out of there.
Edison's alkaline battery is still going strong in the 20th century. It powers flashlights, radios, even the time cuffs.
Oh, come on. The time cuffs do not take double A's. Get out of here. Jeez.
It's a Carmen note.
Righteous, dude. Don't let Acme on your tail or your next job will be in jail.
That horse-drawn carriage may be romantic, but it will soon be outdated by Henry
Yeah, I
Ford's
bet.
new Model T, the first
Peace.
mass-produced car. Joe, the boss of Joe's Cotton Cornucopia, works behind that window.
So can we go say hi to Joe? Or do we just, like, break his window down?
Who's knocking? I can't
Who's
see a
knocking?
thing
I
out
can't see a thing out there.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just the guard. I'll have to call the big boss and
He
ask
won't
him.
like it.
And he won't like it. Hold on.
Hello, this is Joe. What? They want to
I wonder if
borrow
I
thread? It's the
record
middle
his...
of the night. Listen close, guard. Do not give those rascals a spool of thread. Tell them to come back in the morning when we're open.
Uh-huh.
Here's the scoop. The big boss says you louses should come back tomorrow during normal business
So I
hours.
wonder if we use the
Now
phonograph to
scram.
record him yelling and then play parts of it to trick the... Do you like your job?
Sure. I bet you just love
Guarding
staying
cotton.
up all night guarding cotton. But it's a living.
You want to just chat it up, guard friend?
What are you, a detective or something? I'm just a late-night guard working a graveyard shift.
Yeah. Why are you so
Well,
grumpy?
what do you expect? How would you like staying up all night?
So he
guarding
hates
a
his
lousy
job.
pile of cotton? Long enough. I'm telling you, life is a lot of hard work in this industrial
Maybe I'll
age.
join one of those newfangled
Maybe
unions.
I'll join one of these newfangled unions.
Love it. Newfangled. Can I do that?
Hey, Joe, want to hear something really neat?
What?
When you talk, your voice generates sound waves.
Hey, do I seem interested in a speech? Off with you now!
Alright. So that's what we gotta do.
Hey, Joe, want to hear something really neat?
What part should I play?
Inside this phonograph is a thin membrane, like the skin of a drum.
Hey, do I...
Alright. What?
Hey, Joe.
So I wonder...
The membrane vibrates when hit by the sound waves.
Hey, do
Alright, so he doesn't care about any of this. So what do you guys think? We need to get a new cylinder.
Look at that. We've replaced the recorded cylinder with a new blank one.
Okay.
Interesting. With the phonograph there, we'll be able to record any conversations that happen in...
That's what I gotta do.
Who's out there? Hey, I don't know.
I'll call him and ask him again. He won't like it, even though I just got yelled at.
Hello, this is Joe. What? They want to borrow thread? It's the middle
So then I
of the
go,
night.
hello, this is
Listen
Joe, and
close,
then he
guard.
opens up the door
Do
for me, I
not
bet.
give those rascals a spool of thread. Tell them to come back in the morning when we're open.
Yep.
Here's the...
Yep, okay, thanks.
Looks like we just recorded...
Hey, who's out
Who is it?
there?
I can't see anything in this dark.
It's Joe.
this is Joe.
Haha. I am so clever.
Oh, is that you, boss? Good evening.
Oh, shit.
What can I do you for?
Shit. What else did he say that would help me here?
It's the middle of the night. Listen close, guard. Do not.
Excuse me there, boss, but I don't catch your meaning. Maybe you need...
All right. The last one.
Who is it? I can't see
And Soldier Boy out of nowhere. Yes. This is like the white girl dance that I know how to do for hip hop. We used to use this to warm up for my volleyball team. It was pretty great.
Oh, is that you,
I don't
boss?
remember how it goes anymore, but I used to be kind of good at it.
What can I do you for?
I'm like kind of good at it. Like barely could do it. Turn that crank.
Excuse me there, boss.
Nope, not the last one.
Catch your meaning. Maybe you need some sleep.
That phonograph has a
I know, I want to listen to it. Oh, do not. And then it says the... Okay.
Far out. You'd almost think...
Alright, I get you now. So, hello, this is Joe. Second to last.
Who is it? I can't see anything in this dark.
Hello, this is Joe.
Hello, this is Joe.
Oh.
Boop. Boop. Okay.
But didn't you tell me before that... Never mind.
Handing out thread in the middle of the night.
Handing out thread in the middle of the night. That's what I'll do.
That's what I'll do. I'm just a night god. I don't know about shit, nothing.
Hey, we scored a spool of cotton. Edison will be truly...
Yep, I know. I just want to pick it up. Here's your thread, boy.
How on earth did you do it? That factory will never give me thread during the
Yeah,
night.
because
Cotton
I'm
will make
clever.
the perfect filament for my new light bulb. If it weren't for your acquisition skills...
Yeah, I know. Pretty
I'd
awesome.
still be in
You're
the dark.
welcome. Thanks, Edison. Appreciate that. Look at that. Amazing.
Long-lasting glow. And now
Long-lasting sleep. That's also a lie. Wasn't Edison one of the first people that tried to do that, like, work for a couple hours, sleep for 30 minutes, work for a couple hours, sleep for 30 minutes? Didn't he do that rotating sleep schedule?
Way to go! You scored the third Carmen note!
In Ed's invention, wait for me, it starts newfangled Model T. Is that the battery?
I'll juice up the time cuffs.
I'm just gonna keep this phonograph, hope you don't mind.
Bullseye on the
Yeah, battery.
Edison invented
Nailed
it to
it.
start up Ford's new Model T.
Oh,
Acme airheads will never put the bite on me.
dang.
Whoa! Decryption charged right out of that battery.
Decryption. Alright, this is getting... Wow.
You may have found me, but my vile force field generator will keep you from grabbing me.
So we're just gonna stand here forever.
Bummer. The force isn't with us when it comes to
Star
that force
Wars
field.
joke.
We need to knock it out of commission somehow.
Awesome.
The generator's electricity is lighting up the bulb.
Whoa.
A wire's already attached there.
All right,
we need to
disconnect
disconnect
it.
it first. No good. We'll need a complete circuit to make the juice flow.
Alright.
Your condition is terminal.
Haha. How about now? Short it out. Nope.
Bummer. The filament fizzled, breaking the electric circuit. We need a better bulb to fry that force field.
Nice bulb you have there.
Nat.
Not.
With his Dymaxion system of sleeping for 20 minutes. Yep, there we go. Cool. I feel I'm kind of proud of myself that I'm
That test
remembering
bulb
this.
burned out fast.
All these weird things. Alright, can I have this fancy light bulb? Because I'm about to nab this bitch.
That old test bulb had to make way for Edison's latest model. Looks good.
Alright, then let's crank it up.
I got it. How many Acme agents does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This girl's talking some shit. Yeah, what you got now, biatch? Nothing.
Great work! You shorted out the force field machine, and I've slapped the cuffs on decryption. We are one step closer to Carmen.
Yep, okay. She's got to be about out of people at this point, right?
Your hacking days are scrambled
system
for
sleeping
good,
for 20
D.
minutes 4 times a day.
Yeah, you may have
If only like my work schedule would allow for that, I would really be interested in trying that. So if we ever go viral and I can Twitch full time for you guys, I'm absolutely gonna try and do that. I just Twitch all day. It'd be amazing.
Decryption is in the cooler, and Edison is in the history books thanks to your fast thinking.
But we upgraded the jail, Brian, so now they can't escape anymore.
The world is a brighter place 24 hours a day.
Can't do it again. They changed the bars.
Looks like you've caught all of Carmen's creeps. But there's still a major problem dead ahead. Can I put you on a very big new case pronto?
Pronto. Yes, yes you can, Chief. Are we going after the big girl? What if she upgrades her chrono thingy and then we start all over? Because we're about to be caught up. We're only 30 years back in time now. So once we get, I think, main day, I think it's this one and then modern day, and I think that's the end of the game. Time bars!
There's got to be a very clever criminal behind this.
Is it Carmen herself? I have an idea again. Oh, come on. This guy's lame.
I hope the two of you can
Bite a
connect with
cookie.
the
Pardon me.
cosmonaut and make the countdown happen. 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Actual Carmen.
Looking for something, time snoopers? I'll bet you
She's
are.
got such a sultry voice.
Well, I'm finished with your little chrono skimmer, so you can have it back. That is, if you can find where I've stashed it.
I'll just be making my getaway.
I'll just be making my getaway. Have fun.
Get those heels, man. Carmen Sandiego is a sexy bitch.
Holy time tunnels! We almost had Carmen in our cuffs.
How did
but
she do that if she
slipped
doesn't have the
away.
chrono skimmer anymore? I have so many questions.
Star City, we have problem. It seems the rocket has experienced some tampering. Liftoff postponed until further notice.
No.
Tampering, eh? Sounds like quite a time crime. Let's check it out.
But, like, she doesn't have it anymore, unless she just was totally full of shit. Ejector seat, ignite fuel, oxygen. Oh, God. This is gonna get people killed. Heat shield, mixed fuel, detached boosters, parachute, retro rockets.
This big ship is called the Vostok 1, and that little fella is Yuri Gagarin, Russian cosmonaut. According to history, he's about to be the first man in space.
Oh, shit. Good job, Yuri.
Suffering Soviet catastrophe. While boarding my rocket,
Suffering
I
succotash.
noticed an unauthorized woman messing with the equipment.
It's
and had to
tampering.
abort the launch. Now I
Yeah,
can't
I'd be
start
about to
back
cry
into
if I
my
was going to be the
capsule
first
until
person in
computer
space.
clears me for takeoff.
And then now we can't because somebody's just like, fuck you, I'm taking this.
Uh-oh. Yuri Gagarin, the first man almost into space. Won't sound too good in the history books. Let's get to work.
Cool. So what are we doing?
These are the booster rockets which propel the rocket upwards at escape velocity into outer space.
And then
Once
into
in
outer
orbit,
space.
The boosters detach and
Push
fly
power,
away.
turn dial, fire thrusters, pull lever. Yep. Altitude. Ooh, cool. I'm gonna learn all about spaceships.
That crimson word means Vostok in Russian, you know.
We've opened a hatch.
Brilliantly spotted.
What are those?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh
You're
my
most
God.
amusing astronauts. No, those are fuel tanks. They hold kerosene and liquid oxygen, which mix together as the
5'2".
first step
Yeah.
in a rocket flight.
That's the same reason I could never be a flight stewardess. I'm too tall. They won't let me. Not that I ever
What are
really looked into
those?
that job description, but that was apparently, there's a height limit for stewardesses that I am exceeding, at least back in the day.
You're welcome.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to get that again. Don't tell me we opened a hatch. Nope, I don't need to know that.
These retro rockets slow down my speeding capsule when it is time to come back to Earth. Otherwise, I skip over atmosphere and fly into deep space. Forever.
Wow, he just, like, that does not seem to bother him nearly as much as it should.
We've opened a hatch.
I know we opened a hatch, dude, obviously.
Those crucial oxygen tanks must activate when I reach orbit to make air. Even cosmonauts have to breathe, huh?
If you like rocketry, there's a really cool book called Ignition by Max Gurgles. That probably is not how you pronounce that. Gurgles? There are PDFs floating around, but it's also finally getting reprinted. I should probably close these hatches, right? No, we're gonna leave that open? Alright, cool. Cockpit.
CCCP stands for the Central Committee of the Communist Party. These were the folks running the Soviet Union in the 1960s.
First-hand stuff about chlorine triofluoride. Oh, so it's one of those books that got you put on a list. Gotcha.
Ah, those patriotic letters. They do warm my Russian vessel.
What?
That capsule is my cozy little home during the space flight. When the capsule re-enters the atmosphere, I eject from it in my ejector seat and parachute safely to the ground.
That's crazy to think about how, like, off the cuff this shit was.
These tower supports hold Vostok in place and fall away when it roars into space. Unfortunately, Yuri can do no flying without new flight plan.
Oh no, flight plan. Nuclear vessels. Okay, going down. Going down. Alright, mission control, flight plan, engage. Yep. Alright, so now we have to...
This punch card tells the computer to fire the retro rockets. This punch card tells the computer to deploy the parachute.
Okay. Detach boosters, mix fuel, heat shield, ejector seat, ignite fuel, oxygen.
Whoa! Let's not fool around with the punch cards until we've talked with an official Russian cosmonaut.
We definitely did that.
Let's hit the rocket pad.
We definitely did that already. What did I miss talking to him about?
Who has tampered with my rocket? I thought the site was secure.
Let's see. Someone was a classic Star Trek fan, seriously. Star Trek got it wrong. Carmen helped with the Cold War. It's of course extremely toxic, but that's the least of the problem. It's hypergolic with every known fuel, and so rapidly hypergolic that no ignition delay has ever been measured. It also hypergolic with such things as cloth, wood, test engineers, not to mention asbestos, sand, and water with which it reacts explosively. Hypergolic means catches fire on contact. Jesus. Oh, that's oh, Game of Thrones coming back to me. I should know that. I should know that. It's the green shit that they laid waste the Battle of the Blackwater, and then later the Temple, the Seven, the Septa Baylor that she blew up. I can remember all that crap, but I can't remember what the actual name... Wildfire, there we go. Thank you. It's been too long. Game of Thrones needs to come back on. Rocket's oxidizer. Jesus. Oh, I guess I have to actually talk to him, not just about the rocket.
I am Yuri Gagarin, Soviet cosmonaut. Soon to be famous cosmonaut, once that countdown starts counting again.
Yeah, no kidding. That is terrifying. Like, just catches fire instantly. What do they keep it in?
Soon, I will be the first person launched into space.
Oh my god.
Like
a 1-ton spill.
But she was only a dog. They chose me.
Only one death. Wow. There was only a dog.
Like any Soviet cosmonaut, I am highly trained and qualified.
My photo will look
Mission
good.
Control also thinks my photo
Nice.
will
So
look
Russian
good in
picked their first
newspapers around
cosmonaut
the
based
world.
on how attractive
Perhaps
he was.
it is my boyish smile.
Oh, humanity is a weird, weird species.
Yet, I won't get back in until I'm sure it's safe. After all, one little mistake and boom!
Permanent
becomes
space cadet.
Permanent space cadet. No, thank you.
Some non-reactive substances.
Not until countdown begins again. When the flight simulation computer at Mission Control says that Vostok will launch without problems, then I will cram back into my capsule.
Alright, you get back into your capsule.
Well, you could run a flight simulation on the Mission Control computer. If it works, the countdown will start, and I will
If you
be
got
able
scratched,
to
you've had
re-enter
metal
my
fluorine
rocket
fire. You win
and
some, you lose
blast
some.
off.
Dang. Whew. That's some volatile stuff.
It simulates a rocket flight plan using a series of special cards.
The simulation runs successfully in this countdown. Alright, cool. Put them in the order.
Yet, problems you will not have.
It is not rockets. It's exactly that.
So it is. Basic concept of a rocket flight is most
First
simple.
rocket goes into
First,
space. Small
rocket
capsule detaches,
roars
making
up
absorbing
into
the Earth.
space.
Comes back.
Eventually, orbiting capsule slows down.
Re-entering the
Re-entering
atmosphere. Eject.
it's
Parachute. Cool. Cool. Mix fuel card. I think that's what I want first, maybe. Mix fuel. Detach boosters. Retro rockets. Ignite fuel. Oxygen card. So that he's up there. Heat shield. Ejector seat is second to last. Parachute is the very last thing. Detach boosters. And then the retro rockets. Let's see what that does.
How about we run a simulated flight, Inspector?
It reacts with glass and Teflon. Cool. Successful takeoff. Got 2. Rocket too heavy. Alright. Crash. Who picked this? That's amazing. Alright. Detach boosters is number 3. Heat shield and then oxygen. Chlorine shows are known to corrode otherwise non-corrodable materials such as iridium, platinum, and gold. Damn. Boosters detached. Capsule in orbit. Nope. Alright, he's got to be oxygen's number 5 before the heat shield. Oh, because heat shield's for when he comes back in. Duh. I knew that. That was stupid of me.
The computer didn't like that flight plan.
Oxygen. Heat shield. Retro rockets. Heat shield. Ground control to Major Tom. Alright, fuel mixture. Take off. Drop your boosters. Life support kicks in. Retro rockets. Back down to Earth. Heat shield. Thumbs up! Oh, this song. Perfect timing, guys. That was really good. Firing the retro rockets so you come back. Heat shield protects the capsule. You eject out of the thing, and then you parachute. Yes! That didn't take me as many tries as I thought it might. Status report is a Carmen note.
Excellent. The computer simulation verified we have a healthy rocket, and the countdown is running again. Let's go make sure Yuri is
No,
back
I'm gonna
in
take
rocket.
this note first, actually.
Well, let's check out the final report. Coaxial fibrillator in alignment. Inertial insulation.
She wrote a note to herself. It's crazy.
Hey, wait a minute.
When the
What's this on
hydrazine they
other
were using
side?
as fuel was less dangerous than C-153, they decided to rethink it. Good God. Sorry, Time Inspector, but I couldn't hang it around. I left the Chrono Skimmer in a flying lost and found. I reason you deserve a chance to find the thing, of course. I'd recommend you take a peek near Yuri's main fuel source.
Brother! I think Carmen may have put the Chrono Skimmer in the rocket.
Which is about to take off.
Hurry! We've got to find it.
Star City, this is
Oh, he's just
Comrade
in here
Yuri
with him?
Gagarin,
Okay,
ready
and
for
now
final
suddenly Yuri is
countdown at
huge.
T-minus, what are you comrades doing back here? I'm about to finally blast off.
Sorry, Yuri. Someone stashed something important in here, and we've got to find it.
Well, by Lenin's whiskers.
Lenin's
This
whiskers.
is a solo mission. 3 comrades in the capsule is a crowd.
Of course! Yuri's main fuel
Haha,
supply
I'm
isn't
so glad I
rocket
clicked
fuel,
that first.
It's human fuel. Food.
Chrono Skimmer. Got it. Out of here. Bye, Yuri.
Woo! We got the Chrono Skimmer!
Woohoo! We
Oh,
still don't have Carmen
fantastic.
Sandiego.
And don't forget to close the
It'll be
door.
fine.
There
This
will
is
be quite
fine.
a drop outside in just a few seconds.
Right, we're out of here. Good luck, Yuri.
Do we just portal right out of here? Yep. Alright. Bye, Yuri.
Way cool! Yuri Gagarin has blasted toward his proper orbit in world history.
Sweet.
And now that we've got the Chrono Skimmer, we can tunnel through time directly to chase down Carmen Sandiego. Let's go!
Where did she take us? Ah, this is such a good song. I miss David Bowie. Even though the song's like ages old, that's alright.
Excellent work. Not
Space beans! And he leaves the cabinet open so he gets beamed in the face by Bean.
Athens' most important crime-fighting device, the Chrono Skimmer. For that, I'm proud to promote you to the highest rank a time pilot can achieve. You are now a time sleuth.
A time sleuth? But I'm still reporting to you, so that's obviously not...
Time for basking in your glory.
Yeah, I want to bask in my glory,
Is
please.
Still out there, traveling the time tunnels, and until she's
How is she
locked
doing
away
that if she doesn't have the Chrono
won't
Skimmer?
be
I'm
safe.
really perplexed.
Your next case will be your biggest. Chasing Carmen herself. Say you'll take it right now.
Whoa, that was aggressive. Aggressive. Alright, let's a little bit after 10 o'clock. Let's take this one home. Let's wrap up Carmen Sandiego.
You've got the Chrono Skimmer, so you can go anywhere in time.
She's the chief. I'm not a measly time cop. She stole the time tunnel's loyalty and its heart.
Since you're going after
everybody.
the most elusive thief of all time, you'll need all the help you can get. I'm sending all of Acme's good guides to help you out. You're the best team ever assembled, so don't
Avengers
let me
Assemble!
She's heading towards the Middle Ages. Let's go!
Pew pew pew! Are we going to run back through all of these now? Come on.
You may have recovered your Chrono Skimmer and canned all my cohorts, but if you try to catch me, you'll be history. Speaking of which, that's exactly where I'm going.
Oh,
I'm
really?
off to complete Project History Sweep. Au revoir.
History sweep. We're going to go back to every single one of these. Hi, no more war, I see.
With your help, I successfully subdued those Saxon hordes. The Doomsday Book was recovered, and I am still holding my throne.
My throne.
Please stay
Oui,
for
oui.
another fancy
It's a
meal.
time orgy!
Thanks for the invitation, but we're on the trail of a master criminal decked out in red.
Truly? I just recently met a woman wearing a red robe as long as my moat is wide.
And he's got a pretty wide moat, if you know what I mean. Who did she want to meet?
She said she planned to take sides with an almost emperor who feared the Ides of March.
Oh, that's Caesar. So, we're going back to Rome. Oh, that wasn't quite it. There we go. Pew!
Hail, travelers!
Does Carmen ever explain why she wants to steal this crap? I mean, why not? Why would you not want to do that?
Hello, friends. Thank you for fixing the Roman sewers and recovering the Forum. You missed a splendid party.
Oh, I bet.
Please stay for the next
Yeah,
one.
it is a time orgy, actually, if we missed a Roman party, I'm pretty sure.
Hi there, Julius. We'd love to hang, but we're short on time. We're scoping the thieving trail of a woman dressed in red.
Have you seen her?
Red, you say? I just
Yeah,
spoke with a woman
confident
in
as a
dashing red
queen. She
garments.
reminded me
As
of
confident
Cleopatra.
as a queen. She
Ooh.
reminded me of Cleopatra.
Mm-hmm.
She hoped to meet a cranky composer.
All right.
She talked about building to a criminal crescendo, deep in an orchestra pit.
Yeah, I bet you guys talked about that. Okay, thanks. Back to Beethoven. Pew, 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 pew. Beethoven. She's psychotic.
Undo it again.
Why would you not want to do that? I don't know, to not destroy the space-time continuum?
Hello, grand to see you again. Since you helped me
Acclaim
with
and
my
fame are all
fateful 6
mine.
symphonies.
Great to see you, Ludwig, but we...
Let's see.
Red, you say? Why, I spoke with a woman not a
Long
day
red
ago
coat.
who was...
Yep, that's her.
She planned to meet a famous queen...
Back to the beginning. All the way back.
Welcome.
Building to a crescendo. She's all about that bass. About that bass.
My temple is honored by your reappearance. My reign is...
Nope, let's
Hello,
not go
Hatshepsut.
swimming. That's a
We're
really weird
glad
thing.
Things are going swimmingly, but we don't have time for a dip. We're trying to put the finger on a master tomb thief, wrapped in red.
Laura Croft?
Why, I did see an unusual figure passing
Ooh,
by
the
my
color red can
temple.
only be worn by royalty.
She said she wanted to meet another great...
Alright, that was the Spanish Queen for Columbus. I'm remembering all the things. Nope, that's too far, wasn't it? That wasn't it. That was the Declaration, Shakespeare, Aztecs. There it is.
Welcome to my court. How excellent.
Yep, sorry, no niceties. We're wrapping this game up today.
I was about to take a siesta when a scarlet señorita
Scarlet
sailed through
señorita.
here. She was She mentioned a meeting with some very independent...
And back to the American Revolution. Which is that one, I think, right? 1776, yeah. They're trying to finger Carmen. This game might not be that bad after all. Heyo.
You have my...
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Did
Where are
you
we going?
say
Where are we going? Did you see a red coat?
She mentioned that she was inking a...
All right, back to Gutenberg. Printing press. And go back through all of these. There should be like a Good day, G-O-O-T.
Ah, my friend.
Good
Thanks,
day.
Johan, but we...
Why, a charming woman in red.
We almost inked a deal.
She went to share a cup of cocoa and astrological advice with a certain Central Emperor.
Every time I hear it was 1770 something, I can think of, pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir? Oh my god, I'd be 100% be up for a porn game spinoff. Oh god, you guys are terrible. Terrible. Alright, so then the Incans. That's just right here, I'm pretty sure, right? I think so.
Greetings. By Vera Kot.
Thanks for your hospitality.
Oh, no.
A thieving woman in red?
Oh, okay. No, I screwed that
Looks
up.
like we're in the wrong time period, Detective.
It's a different one. That's the one I wanted.
Welcome back. Greeting.
Sorry, Montezuma.
A red hat, you say?
She just blazed through here.
I saw her write down an idea about...
First novelist. Alright, cool. Thank you. That's way back here in Japan. Pew, 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 pew! I graduated from my mother's racy novels to racy visual novels. Yeah, I started reading what I thought was like a supernatural, like, fantasy, and it turned out to be a different kind of fantasy. Like, the author totally just changed. Like, I think, like, she personally had some developments, so, like, it went off the rails. It was, like, vampires and werewolves and necromancy, and then, like, it got weird really quick, and I continued to read them, and I enjoyed the hell out of them. But that's, like, one of my guilty pleasure books, and literally the first name of the book in the series is Guilty Pleasure, so it worked out well.
Welcome back to Japan.
Laurel
Since
Hamilton.
you returned the moon to my chamber, I've been able to write again. Prince Genji has had...
Yay, Prince Genji. Carmen was a... I didn't realize that was me being super bi characters. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Carmen Sandiego is hot as hell. But yeah, Laurel Hamilton writes 2 series that I'm aware of. One is Anita Blake, and the other is Meredith Gentry. And, yeah, they get good. The Mary Gentry series, she basically is like, I'm a fairy queen, and I have to fuck all of these guys to get me pregnant so I can take the crown. And like the backstory is like all these guards that become like her male harem have been under her aunt/queen's control, and she's like this frigid bitch who like won't sleep with any of them. So they're all like super pent up. Like it's hilarious. But I do love it. It's just funny. Anita Blake. Yeah, Anita Blake. I do love me some Anita Blake. It starts out pretty legit. Like, it's a really cool setting. Like, she's kind of a necromancer. She raises zombies for a legal firm so that they can testify about, like people who didn't have a living will. So, like, settling custody issues or what should we do with our heirlooms. It's, like, really run-of-the-mill stuff. And then she starts getting involved with police investigations and just goes on to become, like, a state marshal or a federal marshal. And, like, it goes crazy. But I really like it. She starts becoming basically like the Queen of the Damned and absorbing all these supernatural powers because she keeps having these run-ins, and it's good stuff. Absorbing supernatural powers, if you know what I mean. Anyway, novels. Speaking of novels.
I did see a tall foreigner in a dashing and unusual red outfit, but it wasn't a kimono.
What is she trying to steal, I wonder?
She planned to exchange some words with a woman renowned for her travel.
Alright, so back forward in time to Lois and Clark. That's too far. Phew.
Greetings, friends.
Hello, Sacagawea.
Thanks to you.
We'd love to.
Strange that you should ask.
Just blazed a trail through this wilderness.
She was preparing for a private powwow with someone who could shed light on her inventive ideas.
Aha, back to Edison. Cool.
Good day. Welcome.
Sorry, Edison.
You don't say. Well, just moments ago, I
net
conversed with a
net of dawn and
striking woman in a
bones,
long
seeds
red
of
coat.
blood.
Oh, there was quite a spark.
I'll have to check that out. I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's not that devolving into orgies was necessarily bad, but it definitely sometimes is like, all right, like, I'm not in a mood for this right now. Can we get back to the actual story of the investigation? So that would be, I would definitely want to check that out. I'm going to have to come back to this chat and pick up these titles because I have so much time to read, obviously.
She planned a gab with a ruler known for his generous gifts of gold.
Okay, that's going to be the Sultan guy who went on the big trip. Is that him? Or him? Shit, I don't remember. I think it's this guy.
Salam.
Yes, it's you.
Welcome,
Mansa
my
Musa,
friends.
the
I
very
am
rich guy with all the gold camels.
Mansa Musa.
Why, yes, I did see such a woman. She said something about meeting a certain dramatic queen.
Alright, and that's Elizabeth and Shakespeare. Going back to the globe. Alright, we gotta be getting close here.
Welcome.
Oh, wait.
We'd love to.
By my troth, a woman in a red-brimmed hat. She announced, by faith, plans to meet a fellow named Leif.
Aha. Well done. Vikings. This is also very appropriate. You guys are on point with the music. I'm waiting with bated breath for the next Dresden Files book. Ooh, there you go.
Hail, travelers.
Hail.
Thanks to you, my troubles are a thing of the past. Greenland and I will soon be reunited.
The Vikings are by far my favorite accent in this entire game. Hail, travelers. Thank you very much. Like, it's like almost that Italian. I love it.
We're glad to see everything is shipshape.
Did you say female? A formidable female just rushed through here faster than a Norse raid.
That's too funny.
She said she'd have a blast eating lunch on a launch pad.
And we're back to the fucking launch pad. Alright. We're back. Chase you, bitch.
Comrade, you've returned.
Uh-huh. Oh, you've returned, I see.
Thanks to you, I was the first man in space.
Yay.
Woman in red, you say? I believe I met
She was
this
KGB.
Yeah, I think she said something about me.
Son of a sun god. Alright, so that's gotta be that first guy. That's, yep.
Greetings. It's you again.
I have, Pachuti.
Thanks for your hospitality,
Pachacuti.
great Inca, but we...
A woman in red? Ah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She said she wanted to meet a majestic Mongol.
All right. So where is that? I think that was before. That's not here. That's here. Yes. All right. Definitely the Dresden Files. Wait, didn't he go into space? Yeah, he did. He's back now. And why is Carmen stopping to talk to all these people? When it doesn't, it's generally tasteful. But oh, Susan.
We'd love to.
Perhaps you refer to a.
She's borrowing all these people's shit.
She said she'd thought of an inventive way to meet a certain Italian.
All right. Back to Leonardo da Vinci. That's not him, is it? I don't think so. Maybe. Oh, no, that is. Because that's where the Mona Lisa was sitting.
Eh? Who's that?
It's me, Leonardo.
Ah, hello.
Glad to hear things.
Are you referring to a beautiful woman in a red hat?
She just smiled and disappeared.
She said she was interested in seeing one person, chiefly.
Not the chief!
She planned to start a countdown at the latest space shuttle launch, saying the age of Vostok was old news.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chief. Oh, not the Chronopedia. Get out of here. No, no, it's not what I wanted. Go save the chief! Aha, bitch!
Aha!
No, not the files! Hiya! Hiya! You're surrounded, Carmen.
It's time to rise to the occasion.
Aw, you bitch. Upskirt. Speaking of that porn knockoff. Oh my.
Good guide, but I'm afraid you're too late. I have what I came for, and I just don't have time to chat.
Wow, that's bold move. Into the dumpster. Which is not a dumpster, it's a car. Get him! Get him, Rock! Aha! What did she get? What was the file? I want to know. She's gonna launch the chief into space! I like how everyone's like, pose for a photo. What was she stealing?
You nabbed Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, audio, come on.
She was about to complete Project History Sweep, a plan to steal a certain Acme dossier. Why would Carmen be after such a file? Well, now that you have proven yourself to be among Acme's elite, I can let you in on a piece of top secret, confidential, highly classified information.
Highly classified.
Carmen Sandiego was once an Acme detective. Yes, that's right, Time Sleuth.
My God.
Was one of our brightest stars, rising from a gumshoe to a master detective faster than any agent in Acme history.
Except for me, right?
Unfortunately, catching crooks became too easy for Carmen. She needed greater intellectual challenge. And what could be more challenging than our
She had time to talk to all these fucking people.
Her personal dossier records the sad tale of how Carmen turned from our best agent to our most formidable opponent. Carmen must have thought that by stealing this file she could obliterate her past, but due to your brilliant
But now all of us can shame her for her mistakes.
history is still intact.
Yep, now I have to step up and fill in her
Carmen
shoes.
Sandiego is finally behind bars where she belongs. I thank you. Acme thanks you. And history thanks you.
History's like,
You may have prevented me from erasing my own embarrassing Acme history, but rest assured, given time, you won't hold on to Carmen Sandiego for long.
Haha. Yeah, I did turn into Carmen. Look at that shit. They gave me her hat. Alright, guys. That does it. 10:22, and Carmen is locked up for good. We are Dunzo, Washington. Is this where the chief shoots you in the head because she thinks history's going to repeat itself? Oh, oof. Awesome. Thank you guys, everybody, for hanging out all day, most of you, which is fan-freaking-tastic. That's so spectacular. So thank you for keeping me company. Thanks for coming in and hanging out and giving me tips. and watching me fall off cliffs repeatedly and getting killed multiple times trying to save the world again as a janitor. So yeah, had a blast. Happy Sunday. I will be back again next week to announce the winners of our giveaway. So make sure, again, you guys are tuning in all week and redeeming those gold coins by 4 p.m. Central Time this Saturday during the Faubourg show. And the longer you watch Faubourg, you'll earn those double coins. Keep an eye out on those chests. And I believe tomorrow we've got Josh bringing you some more Darksiders. So taking up the reins of the Horseman War once again. Oh yeah, cash those coins in. I love it. Ka-ching! Awesome. Everybody have a great night. This has been 8-Bitch with the Rapscallion Brigade, and we will be here all week. I'll be hanging out in chat as I can. Not tomorrow because I have to abscond and go join not Brian Fox with some Hunter the Reckoning campaign. So looking forward to that. That's our we only get to play that every other week. So you probably won't see me in chat much for Josh. Sorry, Josh. But yeah, have a great week, everybody. I will see you next Sunday. Have a good night.